Good morning, YouTube. Well, we're going to talk about Queen Sugar. This is the finale, episode 16. I have a couple issues, things I didn't particularly like about this finale. You know, we always have ideas of how we want things to end or how we want things to wrap up, but we'll get there. So it opens up with blue. Forget the light. We're overcast today, San Francisco, and I can't see worth the shit if I don't have glasses on, so I've got to go back and forth, you know. But we'll get there. Be patient. Be patient with me, people. It opens up with Blue. He's talking to his little doll, right? I forget the doll's name now. Is it Kenya? I think the doll's name is Kenya. African name for a white doll. He's talking to Kenya. He's telling Kenya he knows something's going on. He overheard someone say, he didn't say who it was, say, that damn girl. Or that damn woman, one of the two. And he knew that they were talking about his mama. Okay, we move on to Nova. You know, her paper wants to run this story about what's going on at Queen Sugar Mill. Nova wants to be a part of the story just so that things are told. Both sides are told, and it's told. It's an honest story. So she's with one of her colleagues, and they're interviewing the farmers. Right. While they're doing this, Darla shows up. Darla shows up. All she wants to do is go in her house and get a few of her things. Now, this is what I don't like about this episode. I don't like the way these women are treating Darla. I really don't. First, Charley fires her, and now this girl is... I don't give a if that is your brother. You should see the woman's side. Ralph Angel was involved with a crackhead. Everybody knows she was a crackhead. Everybody knows she had sex with all these people. Everybody knows, I mean, she was a working prostitute. Now, you're so amazed that her life is not pure. She lied. So a crackhead lied. She lied. The lie started when she was in her addiction. Now, when she came out of addiction, she had to eventually get around to telling the truth, which is what she did. And then you all throwing her away. I don't like the way they're so inconsiderate of what could happen to this girl. Now, here's my for you borderlones. That is that woman's child. Now, I don't give a damn how you feel about it or how he feels about it. Particularly now that they're saying it's not even Ralph Angel's child. You can't just take that woman's baby. That is that woman's baby born of her flesh. So you want Blue, you want to take care of Blue and Blue be part of your life, y'all better be a whole hell of a lot nicer to this girl, Darla. I don't, well, just from my experience with drugs and stuff myself, you know, if you're going to have a restart with this woman, then support her. They're just pushing, not knowing nor apparently giving a damn what happens to her. It would have been so easy for her to go out, relapse. Then she could have been gone for 30 more years. You don't know what you get. So the writers knew right where to take it. They took to him looking for her in crack houses and stuff. That's what I was thinking. That's what everyone was thinking. Why couldn't these women see that would be a tremendous problem? She needed to be treated kid gloves. This woman is still trying to get herself together. You're trying to push her over the edge, and they just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. No compassion whatsoever concerning Darla. Be aware that's her child. And at some point, she's going to want her baby back. Okay, I said all that. Now I'll be able to stick with the story. So Nova's there. She won't let Darla in the house. It's not her house, her brother's house, farmhouse. Darla said all she wants to do is get her charger for her phone. So I'm sure she has personal things. Charger for her phone in case Ralph calls. Now, Nova's telling her, no, you can't come in this house. You best come back when he's here. Like she's going to go in there and steal something. You're treating her like she's on crack right now. Push. This is so unhealthy. There's somebody trying to get their lives together. He knew what she was. Remember, Ralph is not innocent either. His ass was out there robbing people with guns. And took his ass to prison. Left it all on Vi. But at some point, this girl's going to be coming back for her child. Believe that. All right, I drifted back into that again. Forgive me. All right, so my opinion, she was cruel. She could have a lot more compassion for this girl's situation. And Ralph Angel is not that ain't no prize either. She's putting up with a lot dealing with his ass. So perhaps he's not the kind of man to take on the issues that they have with her past, which Blue would also be a part of her past. You say you love the kid, then you be a man about it and take care of the kid. Look past it. Trying to start over again. Boy, I'm going to have a hard time staying on topic, ain't I? I didn't realize that it affected me so bad, but it did. It just pissed me off. Okay. She should have at least one ally, in my opinion. All right, so now Charley goes to visit Mr. Their name is very similar. Boudreaux. Boudreaux is the Landry, right? So he's offered for her to go into business with her, to partner with her in some kind of way. She goes and pays him a visit. That's where it left off last week. He wants to deal and maybe make maybe a little more than a deal with her. She goes there, and it's never explained how in the hell he could be attracted to her, because she's never been anything but nasty to her. She's treated him like an enemy from the very beginning. I don't know how he could possibly be interested in her when there's been no chemistry whatsoever. At very best, she could be treated like a trick, but I don't get the impression that Charlie's a whore. So why is he keeps wanting to insist that there's something going between them? I don't think she's even ever smiled at him. She goes that he says he wants to get some kind of deal going, some secret deal where the farmers and the people don't know that they're in cahoots together. That could come down to something like price fixing, because he would secretly be her partner, but which is illegal. I don't know what the rules are. I know it's illegal to do that in regular business. You can't get together and fix prices, so people have to pay a certain amount because you both are holding the price. But they don't go into the detail about what exactly he wants, but he does make it clear that he's interested in her as well. Like she's some kind of piece of property. And she goes off on him again. She wants to fight him for the business. Apparently, the laundry Boudreaux have been in business a long time. All the milling is done through them. So Charlie's business is kind of interfere with their business. I mean, she's shaking things up. She has every right to do that. It's free enterprise. But she's taking like 50% of the business. So he's trying to deal with her. And she's saying, no, I won't take all of it. I'll take it all from you. Eat your motherfucking ass. Okay. So she says no. She says the audacity of privilege is the line she used that I remember. That he would be so arrogant as to believe that he could just come and step into her life and she would just jump on board. But this is early in the story. Next thing we see is Hollywood wins a lawsuit. He wins a lawsuit when that rig blew up. Remember when he had a big fire on that rig and his life was saved. I mean, he wasn't burned or anything, but he was on that ship or barge, whatever they call them. There was a lawsuit, and they won. And so someone's calling to let them know that. A lawyer is calling to let them know they won. And they got 3 times as much money as they were expecting. And so Hollywood says, we won. So he's very excited. He goes to tell Vi that we are rich. She sounds like Miss Nene. I'm a rich bitch. I don't know why they chose to hide the numbers from us to let us know how rich. It would give us better context if we know what you got $3 million rich or $50,000 rich. What are you calling rich? We don't know. But it's a nice piece of money. He tells Vi, and then he proposes to her. And to my amazement, she says yes. I was expecting her to put up this thing about, oh, I have lupus, so I don't want to burden you and all this kind of stuff she usually talks. But no, this time she said, yes, I'll marry you. So that's a couple that everybody roots for because they're sincerely in love with each other. No alternative motives there. And okay, so Charley and this plan of hers. Now this is the big mystery. This is the cliffhanger for next season. This is already going to start it off. Charley, after she already said that she don't do business with him and all that, right? She's continually losing more farmers. Now she's down to 3 farmers. Only 3 have stayed with her. Everyone else has went somewhere else, right? Or back to them. She's got to come up with another plan, and she hatches a plan in her mind. We never get the details of the plan, and neither does anyone in this whole cast. But she tells Ralph. She's had a conversation with Ralph Angel, and she's telling him that she wants him to mill with the Boudreaux. And he said, "What? The enemy, the ones who tried to destroy it?" She went through all this work, and I imagine a whole lot of money to get this thing up and running. They're not clear about what, because last week they made it sound like this whole harvest thing took place in a day. They gathered all the crops in a day. But this has to be going on a lot longer than that. But she's going to give all that up now, and she wants Ralph to go over there and cane with him. I thought they were all that all had to be done very quickly, gathering this cane and all this. But apparently, I guess it's gathered already, but he still hasn't milled. So she's telling him to go with Boudreaux. And he does not understand that at all. That's the enemy. That's the one you've been fighting against. That's the one you spend all this money, all this time, move your family down here. It's all been about this mill, and then you want me to go over there to give him the business? Well, maybe it could be that she can't do the business. Not with just 3 farms. You don't have enough. So she's got a plan. He doesn't get it, but she promises him that she's gonna get even. She puts this on their father's name. That I have a plan, and Ralph couldn't understand no plans. Ralph Angel is dumb. Now people ain't gonna like, oh, you're hard on the black man. No, I ain't hard on no black man. I'm hard on Ralph Angel. He's dumb as a box of rocks. He got all these issues, plus he's dumb. So she don't have to explain to him. But apparently she has to explain it to Remy, because she tells Remy a similar story. How she's telling everybody to go over there and mill with these laundries. She has a plan. And then she tells Sim that she's working out some deal with Boudreaux. And of course Remy says the same thing. What do you mean? How can you partner with them? They're going to get you. Don't you know that they're evil and all this kind of stuff? And he doesn't understand. And she doesn't go out of her way to explain this to either one of these dudes about what her plan is. But she has another meeting with this guy, Boudreaux. She says she's had a change of heart. She changed her mind. She wants to do business with him. He says he wants to do some kind of partnership. And she says, oh, no partnership. I want you to buy me out. Straight out, buy me out. I'll continue to run the mill. No one has to know our business, of course. But you will actually own the mill. And I don't remember all the details of what she's laying out, but she's not laying out her plan, that's for sure. She heard what laying out to him. But she basically wants him to buy her out, and then she works for him for a salary. They keep it a secret, and then they have some kind of deal with the actual work. From what I understand. He makes another play for her physical self. There's a little scene where he puts his hand on hers, and maybe we can work something else out. She said, one thing at a time. So she's going to try to play him big time. And she's already committed to making them suffer. So she's in vendetta mode. Right? But if she sells the mill to him, I guess she'd get all her money back. We don't get much detail about it. So this is the cliffhanger. They're going to pick the story up with this. She figures she can do more damage working from the inside than from the out. But I don't know. I don't get it. I'm like the other guys. I'm like Ralph and Remy. I don't get it, Charley. But we have to trust you. She asked Remy, do you trust me? Either you trust me or you don't. I'm tired of explaining myself to you. And he said, I don't. And we're led to believe that that's the end of their relationship. That's a breakup. A lot of stuff is left for next season. A lot of things are left open. I expected them to close a lot more than they did with this, with the finale. They chose not to. Okay. Ralph Angel shows up. Okay, so now Ralph Angel has come to the obvious conclusion. He can't find Darla. He goes to an AA meeting. Darla is her regular meeting. She's always there at a certain time. She's not there. And her sponsor is there. And he said, I thought she was living with you. And she said she has been. But she's supposed to come to the meeting today, and she chose not to come. She said she needs some time alone. No one's seen her since. He jumps to the conclusion, oh, this girl's in trouble. And she is. That's why I resent the way these people, these Barlones, are treating her. I think they're pushing too hard. Anyway, he says, oh, I'll go around to all the local dope spots. So he goes around to all the hotels where the crackheads hang out and all the prostitutes hang out. Prostitutes try to pick him up and all that. Gets a little taste of what that's what I mean. That Darla could easily lie. You're in the life, you're not. People who never been in, maybe they just don't understand what that is. It's not amazing to me that Darla would lie about the parentage of her child, especially if she didn't know who it was, and she's a crackhead. Anyway, he can't find her. He's starting to panic. He finds her in a place that looks like a community pool she has not used. It's like a YMCA or community pool. She's just taking some laps, and then they have it out. Basically, comes down to, I never lied to you, Darla. No, but you did armed robberies. You've done plenty, honey. And people always pick me how oh, I never did this. I never did that. Yeah, but what did you do? Name some of the shit that you do. Like your sins are lesser than other people's sins. The situation happened with the child. That's the way it happened. That's just you have to accept it for what it is. She tried to come clean, tell the truth, and look what it got her. Okay. Basically, it comes down to you got to make a decision. She's saying that she still wants to be with him, but if he can't handle it, and he says, no, I cannot. I'll never look at you the same. I'll never trust you. All this old country shit. So, in real life, I don't think she should be with him. But I do not see this woman walking away from her child either. Now, she is a mother. I'm amazed that she can just leave Blue there and go home. Most mothers are going to take their baby with them. That is not, particularly if it's not a son. And another thing they're left open, if they keep saying that there's a possibility that that's not his son. We don't know. Her and Ralph was banging every day when they were together, right? She goes off on some weekend and goes to a party, and she has sex with somebody, and then when she come back, she's pregnant. Okay, he's been doing it every day. Somebody else did it once, or a couple of people did it once, whatever. We still have no DNA. What is the problem with getting a damn DNA test? Just a little guesswork. I think I don't see how this countryman can get over the situation. Only way he's gonna get over it is Blue is his actual son. So I'm guessing that the writers are gonna make Blue his actual son. Probably she'll be in DC. He'll take the Blue down and get him a DNA test. He'll be amazed to find out that this is his child. Just a guess. We'll see. So far, my guess has been pretty good, so y'all honor it. Okay. He said he can't forgive her, and she leaves. She said she's going back to her parents' house. Please don't turn your back on Blue. He loves you so much. And she's asking him, she wants to leave Blue there for a while. She said distinctly, a while, and she'll be back for him. So it's going to be difficult. Whenever she comes back to get him, they're going to be the same thing, right? That's why it's my guess that it is going to be both of their child. But She'll go away. He just haven't thought this through very clearly. These people cannot take that girl's son. Anyway. All right, what happens next? Okay, so those two have broken up. Charley and Remy have broken up. Of course, Nova's constantly breaking up. Oh, I got to say something about this scene. They have one strange scene where, okay, Remy. This is before he breaks up with Charley. Remy and Nova have a scene, right, where it's almost like they're coming onto each other. At some point, he puts his hand on her hand, just say thank you for inviting me to the dinner. They're at a engagement party for Hollywood and Vi. And then he hugs her, and the hug is a little too long, and she looks up at the camera from the hug. Not at the camera, but she looks up, like she's wondering what the hell's going on here. And they leave it just like that. So we never know if there was actual energy there, but it was a little uncomfortable. Now that would be a mess. That would be a mess. And it'd be a mess mostly for Remy, because Nova's not going to stay with no man. Nova has already been through 3 relationships. She walks away from. Just when the other person thinks things are going well, she walks away from him. She is not capable at this point in her life of having a relationship. If she didn't go for that Dubog, that black doctor, I don't think she's capable of having a relationship. So if Remy, and he's so serious, he done ran Charley off, because he wants a wife. Is what he wants. He's just coming out of his morning. He's looking for a wife, a woman. He don't want no parts of that family in that way, unless it's gonna be with Charley. Okay. This is the last thing. Okay. So she goes back to this Boudreaux fella. I'm going to say that I don't like this energy that he's giving to her, because there's nothing about their interactions that would suggest that he would like her. I don't know why he's just throwing it out of nowhere. I want you, because they never even had a friendly conversation. And she seems to be in vendetta mode against him. But they're setting us up for some dynasties type stuff, I guess, where she's gonna be on the inside, and she got to work her plan. We're not gonna know what it is. So I think on this episode, too many cliffhangers. I mean, too many things left out there. Like nothing was really brought to a finale. But it's not to say that it was a bad episode. It just seems like it wouldn't be the finale, though. Finale, usually they have some big thing happen, some closure on something. There doesn't seem to be any closure on anything here. All right, so she's. I think I've said this before already. He's going to buy Queen Sugar Mill and then secretly own it, and then she's going to run it. But the last thing I put on my notes was she's up to something. And that's kind of the crux of this whole episode. Okay. I hope I didn't run my mouth too long. That was Queen Sugar. Finale. I don't know how long they're off, but they'll be back. So will I. Later.